Now the microtip is inserted into the patellar tendon, and I'm visualizing it in the tendon as I'm ultrasonically debriding it.
I played sports all my life, and I always had a little bit of pain in my shoulder, but never enough to where I wanted to go to the doctor to have it looked at. But then once we adopted our dog Monty and he was pulling on the leash and I was throwing the ball for him, I started developing a lot more pain, and I at that point decided that I needed to have it looked at. The TX procedure was quite simple. It was done under local anesthesia in an outpatient surgery center, and within about 4 to 5 weeks, I was back to normal activity. My recovery was actually easier than I thought it would be. Within about a day, I didn't have any pain, and after about 4 weeks, I realized that I could raise my arm above my head, which I hadn't been able to do in a long time. It's been about a year now, and I have no issues at all with my shoulder. Okay, Monty, you want to get the ball? Go get it. Go get it. Go, Monty, go get it. Come on, pup. Come on.
The tendon pain impacted my ability to drive. The motion of turning your car to start it hurts a lot, so I would actually cringe knowing that I have to start my car to get somewhere and kind of like, okay, it's gonna happen, turn, and then pain, and then it's done. The pain in my arm hurt so much. I had so much trouble just spiking IVs. As a nurse, we do a lot of charting, a lot of writing. It was very painful for me. I had to wear a brace around my elbow to help guide me, but still, it still didn't help too much. The Tenex Health TX procedure was very quick and painless. The doctor just numbed me with a local. The only pain I had was a bee sting pain when he was numbing me. After that, I didn't feel anything at all. So he told me when he started, and next thing I know, it was completely finished. I had my procedure 5 days ago. I went to work the next day. I was able to do my makeup, my hair, put my hair in a ponytail, drive to work. I didn't cringe at the thought of starting my car. I was really happy to actually drive.
Tendons are found throughout your entire body. It is a connective tissue that connects the muscle to the bone, and it allows you to do different things functionally, such as bend your wrist, extend your elbow, or even squat. It involves making a small incision and inserting a microtip into the diseased tissue, which then cuts and takes out the bad tissue and leaves the good tissue behind, allowing it to heal. When a patient has failed to respond from conservative treatment, which may include rest, ice, anti-inflammatory medication, physical therapy, or even cortisone injections, and they continue to have pain after several months, that's when they should consider the Tenex Health TX procedure.
Tendons can be injured in a number of ways since they're used for all activity. Repetitive injury is the most common, and they can be used just day-to-day activities like typing and writing, or from athletic injuries such as playing golf or playing tennis. Well, tendon injuries are extremely common, and therefore they're a common reason to see the doctor. There's over 10 million office visits a year where patients are seeing a physician because of a tendon injury. It's not surprising since tendons are involved with everything we do every day. Tenex Health has developed a procedure and a technology that produces the same effects of surgery in the sense that it removes the diseased tissue, but it does so in a minimally invasive manner. So the recovery period is much more abbreviated, is much shorter, and still has the same, if not quite better effects than open surgical procedure.
There was technology already available in the ophthalmology area, in the eye care world, where they used needles to go in and break down and remove cataract tissue. So that was an opportunity for us to use that technology, modify it for tendons, whether it's in the elbow, the knee, the foot and ankle, and apply it so that people could have a less invasive way to take care of their tendon pain.